everyone, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a quick and easy one-pot chicken and potatoes in a creamy lemony sauce. It's delicious. Lemon, chicken, and oregano are a perfect flavor combination. We're going to put those all together and create a meal that'll be ready in no time, perfect for a weeknight meal, but even beautiful and elegant enough for entertaining. Let's go over the ingredients so then we can get started. So over here I have some boneless, skinless chicken thigh meat, and it is my cut of choice when it comes to chicken because it's inexpensive and it's super flavorful, and I love to get it with the bone removed and the skin removed. So we have that here. We have 3 cloves of garlic, some lemons that I've juiced, a little bit of cornstarch, salt, pepper, oregano, a little bit of olive oil, some potatoes that I've peeled, and a roasted red pepper from the jar. Now, I'm kind of rushing through this because I can smell my pot heating up because I have it over the heat right here. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here so that way it's nice and ready for me while I season these pieces of chicken. So I'm really going to season them very simply with salt, pepper, and a little bit of oregano on both sides. And then we're just going to put them in the pot and brown them about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So our chicken is seasoned and our pot is steaming hot. And we're going to put all the chicken in there, not all of it, as much that can fit in easily, because if I overcrowd it, then it won't brown, it'll kind of steam. So we'll do half of it right now and the other half in the next batch. 3 to 4 minutes on each side, then we're going to take it out and set it on a plate and do the next batch. So once they're brown on all sides, I'm just going to reduce the heat to low, and I'm going to add the chicken right back into the pot, all of it with the juices. Just like that. And then I'm just going to grate the 3 cloves of garlic right over the top. Just mix it up a little bit. And then I forgot to mention that I do have a little bit of chicken stock, about 2.5 cups. I'm just going to put about 1/4 cup in here just to kind of deglaze the pot. And so that way the chicken can simmer in this for about 15 to 20 minutes. Actually, after 15 minutes, I'm going to check it. I'm going to cover it and let it simmer on low for 15 minutes. In that time, I'm going to cut the potatoes and clean up a bit. 3 russet potatoes, which are baking potatoes, that I've just peeled. And I had them in cold water so that way they don't turn brown. And I'm just going to cut them into slices. And the slices are going to help them cook a little bit quicker because the chicken is going to already be half cooked at the point of adding the potatoes. And this is going to make it a full hearty meal that's going to have so much flavor. This is also going to thicken the sauce a bit, and you'll see what I mean when I get to it. But I'm going to continue to cut these potatoes until they're all ready to go, and I'm going to set them aside. So this is the thickness that you're looking for. So I'm just going to put them right back in the bowl of water to keep them from turning brown. And after 15 minutes, we're just going to pop these into the pot. So after 15 minutes, the chicken should be somewhat tender, but it's still not completely cooked. I strained the water out from my potatoes. I'm going to add them to the pot, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt, maybe like a teaspoon or so that way we flavor every step of the way. So now we're just going to cover this and let them cook for about 15 minutes over medium-high, or until the potatoes are fully cooked and fork tender. So while the potatoes are finishing up cooking, I'm just going to just roughly chop this red pepper. It's going to add tons of flavor and plus a little pop of color. They should be done by now. Let's see. And yes, they are. So now at this point, I'm going to add my red pepper in here. And 1.5 to 2 cups of chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever you have. We're going to let this come to a boil while we prepare the remainder of the sauce. Now, let me cover this because this should boil super quickly. For my sauce, I have 2 egg yolks, a little bit of cornstarch, they call it corn flour overseas, and then the juice of 2 lemons, or 1/4 cup, whatever you prefer. If you don't want it too lemony, start with less. Start with about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and you could always add more afterwards, but once you put the lemon in, you can't take it out. I love it extra lemony, so this is for the folks who like it very, very lemony, the 1/4 cup. Otherwise, like I said, do the 2 tablespoons first, which should be like the juice of 1 lemon. There we go. We're just going to mix this up. So now we're just waiting for the broth to boil, so that way we can temper this, which means just to raise the temperature, so that when we add it to this food, it's going to give a beautiful velvety sauce with lots of flavor. So you see how it's boiling? Now we're just going to take some of this liquid and put it in our egg lemon mixture right here. And this is going to prevent the yolks from curdling when they hit the hot sauce. We're going to mix this all up. And I'll just put in a little more just so I can make sure that the temperature has gone up significantly. Now you can go in before you add this and taste the sauce and see if it needs a little bit more salt. I did, and it was perfect. I'm just going to add this in right now. Mix it up. And I'm going to reduce the heat and let it cook for about 2 minutes, just until the egg yolks cook through, and you're going to get a nice, smooth, creamy sauce. And it happens fairly quickly. As soon as it begins to cook and boil, you're going to see the sauce thicken. It creates a beautiful gravy. And then we're just going to add a sprig of rosemary. You can leave this out. That goes really well with the chicken and the oregano. Just like that, you have a meal ready in under 60 minutes. That's perfect enough for entertaining, serving to a crowd, serving to guests, or eating as a weeknight meal. Just look at the sauce, how velvety and rich and creamy it is. The potatoes are perfectly cooked, and the red peppers are going to add so much flavor and a beautiful little pop of color, like we said before. This is still super hot, but I'm going to go in and give it a taste. I'm going to toast some bread after this and just sit down and have lunch. If you tried my roasted, my Greek-style roasted chicken and potatoes, my lemony potatoes, this is both of those recipes in one with a nice gravy, sauce, whatever you want to call it. You're going to love it. It's delicious. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below if you've made it. Let me know what you want to learn how to make next. Go on the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com, and get the recipe. I also post the recipes in the description box down below, so you can get it there as well. But the website has hundreds of recipes to choose from. Thank you guys for spending time with me today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.